The EPM mission reads that we are a resource and voice for financial empowerment. The EPM vision, which is connected to the EPM way, is to continue to offer financial service, communication, and assistance to the communities we serve.
What makes us different is our loan officers. They care about the people. Our number one message in this company is the customer. Always do everything you can for that customer.
We as a staff work together as a team, and we also on one page, one goal, to know that the end goal is the other person, which is the home buyer.
The big thing that we want to do is provide financial empowerment to our consumers. The ramifications of not owning versus owning is very vast. So it's really about maximizing your earning potential to build wealth.
Our diversity, it's a large part of what sets us apart. And the way we look at business with an empathic approach, we do care.
I have grown up here. I've pretty much done almost every position here and have just grown and learned throughout the 10 years and been given tons of opportunity to advance. I can't tell you how much this place means to me.
My favorite part of EPM is the relationships that we build. I mean, I see my coworkers more than I even see my family throughout the week. So it's important that we have that relationship with each other. I know that I'm going to work hard with my coworkers, but I also know that I'm going to be able to have a fun time with them.
When you join EPM, it's like you're gaining a huge, giant family. The people here are just funny and amazing.
The 23 Fundamentals, or the EPM Way, is our new culture plan. They are led by great communication, ethics, morals. All in all, they make us better. They make us EPM. The idea of work and home is truly been blurred. So when our culture plan was created, we wanted to transcend just being in the office.
It's really about being a brotherhood, a sisterhood, but it's still all about one mission and one objective, is to make sure that we're not only leading to financial empowerment, but we're growing our communities, we're serving our communities, we're growing our individuals.
Most of the loans we're doing are for families. It's the biggest investment in their lives.
For me to know that every little part that goes into the end goal of home ownership makes a difference, and we're playing a big part of that for that prospective home buyer to have their future home.
There's certain programs that not every lender offers, and we try to offer as many of those programs as possible so anybody could kind of fit the mold with a program that we have and offer that to them, so then they could get that purchase done and own a home.
You know, the gold standard is treat somebody how you would want to be treated. I think that's the way people would want to be treated best. They want to make sure that somebody's looking out for their best interest, not yours, not the company, not the industry. So you definitely got to put yourself in their shoes and empathize and make sure you're looking and more importantly, listening very, very generously to what they're saying and what they're trying to accomplish.
It feels amazing to know that my team and I were able to contribute to a prospective buyer having their home. And for that home buyer to finally walk into the doors and have their home is just amazing, and we contributed to that.
It gives you a sense of pride in what we're doing here and gratitude to be able to help out those people get things and achieve their goals as well.
A lot of people talk about care, and the only way to truly care is through showing action and showing what you're doing for them in that moment.
We're able to help people to achieve the American dream, which is home ownership. But it's not just home ownership. That's your home. That's your family. So generations can be there just by one impactful movement that we do.
Okay. Welcome everybody, here we are, the final. It is Sunday, it is EPM Alpha Cup Sunday, number 2, and it's going to be an absolute epic one. In the commentary box with me is Mr. Sean Yoder. How are we doing, Sean, after yesterday? I'm feeling okay, I must admit I'm feeling quite relaxed.
I'm 83% recovered from yesterday. There's a small percentage of me that's still thinking about the final heat race from yesterday. It was unbelievable, the action we saw on track yesterday. And today we have 14 drivers that have qualified into the final round. And why not just go ahead and switch tracks completely? We have a completely different track. We're going to have some amazing racing. Craig and I jumped in and ran some laps around this unbelievable circuit this morning just to refamiliarize ourselves with what's going on around here so we can talk a little more intelligently about it while these 14 drivers battle for $1,000 in cash and prizes. We can't wait to get this underway. Thank you so much to our sponsors, Equity Prime Mortgage, the Red List Group, and Gap'em. You guys signed on for a good one. This is going to be an absolutely unbelievable battle to the finish.
Yeah, definitely. We had 158 viewers last time round. Let's see if we can punch the 200. That is absolutely incredible. It hasn't even been boosted yet. And I'm just absolutely privileged to be here with Sean on this momentous occasion. And if anyone saw the heats yesterday, if it's got anything like that to be shown upon, then we have something very, very special for you today. We have some cracking drivers. Sincor winning his round, boosted Alpha there in as well. We have Roses, Legion, Supermex, Wassim with the fastest overall time and was absolutely astonishing. Great to see King Kian making it very easy in the Corvette. Iqbal coming from the back to come into second. Cartier Wes has got a massive fan base tonight, so we'll see how he can do, or the morning if you're in America, sorry. Taylor there as well, GTR Taylor, so he's racing under GT Realms banner, which is great. Red Spectres there as well, had a disconnect last time round, hopefully he can finish this one. And Polar finished second in the previous Alpha Cup. And also at the bottom there, if you can just see him, Ace Ryu is there as well, our champion. And don't forget Vinny, who was absolutely astounding in the Alfa Romeo yesterday. A little bit of argy-bargy at the end there, but rubbing his racing, and he's managed to get through to the final. So congratulations to the 14. And let's just take a look at them and look at the cars on track before we get this one underway. There's Sincor in the pits, looking very, very beautiful in his Porsche. We have Cartier Wes in the AMG Mercedes. There he is on track, looks very, very good round here at the moment as well. We have Ace Ryu, there he is, the champion from the original Alpha Cup, the first one we had, and it was sensational, absolutely destroyed everybody. I think it's going to be a bit different this time around. Vinny there as well, where is he? There he is, there is Vinny out in the Alfa Romeo. We'll see what he can do. He has got his team Ted Tracks Racing, massive support for this guy, so good luck for him today. Supermex is there in the Corvette, again another Corvette on track, very, very quick driver for GT Champions. A lot of drivers there from GT Champions we've supporting him as well. Bite the Roses was sensational, done the best overtakes at Brand's final in the Alpha Cup, and there he is in the AMG as well, GT3 car, beautifully looking car as well. Take a bow, sir. There is King Kian, the winner from last one. We've got boosted Alpha there, who was absolutely astounding yesterday. Wasn't going to race. He wasn't going to race, and then decided last minute, yeah, put me in. Let's do this. Let's have a go. Finished second overall in the race in the heats yesterday. So good luck to him. Legion was absolutely incredible, if you remember rightly, Sean. Beautifully handled the BMW after a big, big spin at the start. Managed to claw back into second, and it was unbelievable to watch. So well done to Legion in the final after obviously the last Alpha Cup, spinning out of contention in the heats at Brands Hatch. There is GTR Taylor. He was 14 seconds down the road at the end of the final of his heat, and he's looking very, very sharp in the Dodge Viper, so watch out for him as well. There is Polar in the other Corvette, running the Nemesis Lab livery. I'm sure Sean is pretty happy with that one, so watch out for Bipolar. Again, another endurance racer, very, very well known in the GT Champions for his good endurance racing, so we'll see how he does. Red Spectre, there he is in the BMW, looking forward to seeing what he can do. He's out in the DHL car. Maybe he's sponsored by them, we just don't know, but looks very, very tasty indeed. Red Spectre is on a charge today. Watch out for him. Wassim was incredible in his heat, absolutely incredible. 42.8 we saw. I think it popped down into a 42.7. I can't remember top of my head, but unbelievable stuff from Wassim, and watch out for him. Again, another quick driver. We saw Sinkhall, there he is. There we have Iqbal as well, the guy in the Renault, which we were very shocked to see on track, but made it through very convincingly as well. And we'll see what he can do round this beautiful track at Saint-de-Croix. I think that is everyone I've gone through here at the moment there, Sean. I think we're pretty much ready. Yes, we are. Shall we get this one underway, sir?
We are. Yeah, this is about to round up the 10-minute warm-up that we have, leading into a 20-minute qualifying session, and then our 1-hour main event. I'm just going to go ahead and throw another shout-out towards Iqbal there in that Renault. Renault sitting at the top of the timesheets right now in the warm-up with a 2:06.5. We didn't see that coming.
Nope.
Just go ahead and throw that out there. That is a car that is rarely utilized in GT Sport and obviously has some proper pace. The question is, with the fuel and tire consumption at the levels that we have it set here, which is pretty high, how is it on fuel consumption? How does it do with tire wear? It's a light car. It's a smaller car, but I don't know enough about that car to be able to say beyond a shadow of a doubt that it can, make the tires last. How does it go through fuel? All that stuff. All that's going to play a big part in this. We have several of these drivers already in the 206s. A lot of the others are in the low 207s. It's all to play for. This is going to be amazing. Thank you to everyone who's tuning in. Don't forget to go out and share this all over the place. Get it out to as many people as you can. Mark Jip saying the Alpha is a turbo. Yes, it is. It's going to suck some gas. So's the Renault. The Renault's a turbo as well. So yeah, they're gonna go through some gas, and we'll see how that plays out as the event goes forward. I'm talking about Iqbal all nice, and right there on my camera, I'm seeing him putting two wheels off. So he is driving that car on the edge, as is the other 13 people here today. We're going to have a lot of fun. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Just go ahead and sit back and grab a beverage and enjoy an afternoon of amazing racing. These folks are going to lay it down.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to go to a short break, and we're going to get this straight up and running as soon as we do so. So don't go away, ladies and gentlemen.
Struggle finding someone to race with, someone to compete with, or flat out, someone just to give the Gap sauce? Well, you should check out the Gapum app.
Gapum is the only app that will allow you to race people locally, share videos, and attend events.
And after you race, you can actually take your racing video and post it in the Gapum Postum section so the whole world can see. And even if you're not a racer, you can always head to our Gapum app crew mode section where you and some friends can continue to meet up, go to car meets, go to car events, car shows, anything that has nothing to do with going to the racetrack.
Gapum is a one-stop shop for the car world.
Looks like I just got a match on the Gapum app. Time to serve someone some Gapple beans.
Ready, set, Gapum.
So there we go, ladies and gentlemen, that was the Gapum app. We have the cars out on track now. They have just started qualifying, 20 minutes of qualifying for the EPM Alpha Cup 2 final. This is going to be absolutely incredible. Iqbal just moving his way through the pack just to get out in front, it looks like. He looks very, very tasty for this pole position here, Sean, at the moment.
Absolutely. There's 5 or 6 of these drivers, I believe, in with the shots. I'm just going to go ahead and ask you this before I get too deep into this. How's my mic, Craig? My mic all right?
Beautiful. It does sound beautiful, yeah. Obviously, we had a bit of a technical issue yesterday, but yeah, it all sounds beautiful, sir. So there we go. Excellent.
Watching the pack of cars right now, I'm watching the whole field of cars going over the bridge. And how many courses do you have with a giant suspension bridge leading to a really tight left-hander and then a set of left-right, left S's and just all we were talking about this before we went on air earlier. This circuit is like if Le Mans and the Nürburgring had a child, it would be this track. It is incredibly wide, incredibly flowing, a couple high percentage passing opportunities in some heavy braking zones. Just tons of room to race, some technicality as well as high speed. We have it all on the table for these drivers today. It's going to be so much fun to watch.
Yeah, definitely. They're coming around for their first lap. It is very, very intense. A lot of people are starting to slow down now. They're getting into that area. Sincor just sitting very, very pretty there in the Porsche. Looking forward to seeing how that car does. We've got Vinny there at the back. Cartier wears also. And then we've got Rose's just really, really warming those tyres up, getting very, very racy. But let's go on board with Polar for this first lap. Let's see what they can do. 17 minutes to go. We're on board with Polar. Let's go for a drive for him. So here we go into turn 1. Very, very tricky. Go over the green. You're going to get a penalty. So here we go. Let's see how he does it. Nicely done. 2 tyres on the tarmac. Very, very nicely. Nice exit speed as well as we come onto the next part of this sector. Turn 2. Sweeping right-hander into a braking zone. Bang it just after the 100 board. Into the left-hander, clipping the curb if you can, exit power into the curb, beautifully done, sweeping over to the left-hand slide. Oh no, he's not, he's staying very, very narrow. Now he's coming over to the left-hand side. Now that's interesting. Into the right-hander, trying to keep the power on as much as you can, dropping down the gears, into third, maybe second if you're lucky, but it looks like the torque has got enough in that vet to keep the power on, which is great. So into fourth, into fifth, maybe into 6th, might touch it here. Yes, he does. So coming up to the 100 board, into the 70 board, brake, into the left-hander. 2nd gear, 3rd gear, look at that great power exit out of the corner there, Sean. Down into this sweeping bend. We'll let you go through this one if you want, because you were talking about this lovely little blue and white barrier here.
Blue and white barrier as you're exiting off of that right-hander. Definitely an interesting corner. It's decreasing radius. It's a diamond-shaped corner, very hard to get your line of sight right there, and you're also having to trail brake the car through that corner. So Bipolar doing what he does best, getting that car rotated through there and power down as early as possible. Now he's coming up on this last left, right, left complex, and I don't know, is the Corvette flat through here? I'm curious whether the Corvette's flat. I'm sure if it can be done, Polar will make it happen.
Coast.
There we go.
There's the coast. Oh, there's the coast. So just coast, just dry. He literally just coasted just a little bit just to get the car to turn, and he's done that very, very well, hasn't he? There, Sean. Into the right-hander, into third, dropping into fourth. Power out of the corner. This looks like a very good lap. 206 we saw as we come through. This looks like a 206, maybe 207. 207 dead. So great lap from Polar. Great lap.
207 flat. Yeah, it's a great lap, but that is not going to be pulled. Yeah, that's not going to be pulled at all.
Ace Ryu just pops into 2nd place. Iqbal was just smashed that with a 206.6. Red Spectre also 206 as well. So he's done a 206.842. So again, look, he's all over the grass. He's trying so hard. So the guy at the moment in the lead is Iqbal. He's got pole position. Still 15 minutes to go of this qualifier. This is intense. Red Spectre 2nd, Ace Ryu in 3rd, Polar in 4th, Wassim there in 5th, GT Taylor in the Viper in 6th at this moment in time. Sincor in the Porsche in 7th. There is Roses in 8th. There is King Kian in 9th, Vinny in 10th. We have Legion at the back there in 11th, who is going to be on a lap. I think he's just had a little bit of a warm down, but don't forget they can come into the pits, change tyres. They've got plenty of time. Supermex there also in 12th. Cartier Wears at the back, just cruising at the moment.
I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. I think we're going to see 205s. I think we're going to see 205s for qualifying time. I really think that we haven't seen the best that these folks have to offer, these racers have to offer here yet. I think we're going to see at least a high 205, if not a mid 205.
Yeah,
that's a prediction. Yeah. I could be completely wrong. I've been known to be wrong before, but I'm throwing it out there anyway.
Yeah, you can see Iqbal has slowed down, so he seems very happy with that lap. Down at the moment is Red Spectre. Let's keep an eye on Ace Ryu as he comes into Sector 2 now. Sector 3, I do apologise. Here he goes into this left-hander. Can he claw it back? So he's 3/10 down. No, he's still down on that corner. So not very good there for Ace Ryu. Still in 3rd, no slouch lap either. Look at that, still 206s. So they are the times at the moment to beat. Let's have a look how he gets on as he comes around the final corner onto the start-finish straight. Still no change. Polar is in the pits, so they are coming into pits. So literally one dash into the pits, change of tyres, back out again, Sean. They're really pushing hard.
Yeah, they're really, and the cool thing is, in here, tires aren't costing them any money, so throw on a new set, go out, see what you can do. It's a little easier to do that when the tires aren't costing you $4,000 for a set of them. So it's Ace Rio leaving the pits in that Corvette with Babendum running down the side of it, and let's see if he can Babendum through the corners. Is that hard? That's horrible, right? That's really horrible. I'll never do that again, I promise.
Very interesting. Sincor went out on soft tyres for his first lap and done a 2:07.5. Now, let's keep an eye on Sincor. He has got a team manager who is actually in the Discord, and he's helping him out because he's having problems with his microphone. So he's giving the ins and outs. And Sincor just tagging I Am Supermix there, who's on a bit of a slow lap at the moment, so could be in the way there. Let's keep an eye on Legion. He's only 0.189 off the lead lap, so let's keep an eye on him at the moment. Clips the side of the wall there coming through, so this car's very, very twitchy. Looks like he's going to be coming in for tyres, but at the moment 7.921. And you went out in this car and you felt quite planted in this, didn't you, Sean?
Yeah, I'm surprised at seeing the twitch that Legion is actually getting out of that BMW, because I went out in it earlier today just for some recce laps, and it felt stuck to the ground, like absolutely slot car level handling. So to see it twitching a little bit is a little shocking, but you know, he's doing some things with that wheel that I probably was not doing with the controller in my hand. So we'll see how he gets along. But also the BMW is a really big car. I was shocked at how well it was handling, but you know, as Legion makes it dance. And who else is in the BMW out here today? Is it
Red Spectre?
Yeah, Spectre running the BMW. So Red also not slow. They're going to get it done. So thank you to everyone who's tuning in for this. We have, I believe, well over 100 people watching on all three of our channels right now. We're on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube on the eRacing Association channels. Thank you again to Equity Prime Mortgage for coming on board as our prime sponsor. Thank you to the Red List Group. Thank you to GAPM also for coming in as sponsors for the Alpha Cup event number 2. I'm watching Sincor right now. I'm watching that Porsche. It's a very understated livery for a very quick driver. So let's jump on board with Sincor if you don't mind and take a look at what he's doing.
Oh yes, let's do so. So there he is. We're on board with him now. The 7 car at the moment. Let's see what he can do as he comes off the exit here.
This is his out lap.
He's going to be on his lap. Yes, here we go. So crosses the line. Now you can see him off the limiter in the Porsche. You have to keep that rev range really, really high if you want the best out of this Porsche. You'll see him screaming it into every gear. As you can see, off the limiter into 4th. Brilliant stuff. Let's see what he can do into this couple of turns here, into the braking zone, into the left-hander, hard on the brakes, flames bellowing out of the back of the exhaust system there. Beautifully done. Right over to the right-hand side. Excellently done. So he's up, he's purple. So let's see what he can do. Under a 10th. Fantastic stuff. Sweeping around the right-hander again. It looks like he's, again, flat out, coming around the left-hander, off the throttle, not braking, power down, second gear, keeping that absolutely hanging through the into bridge there, Sean. Fantastic.
Close to that left-hand wall, so close. It looked like he like brushed the wall. It looked like there should be paint missing off that car on the left-hand side coming off a bridge onto the bridge. Unbelievable.
Absolutely fantastic at the moment. So the little Renault at the moment is out in front. Red Spectre second, Ace Ryu in third. We are staying with Sincor, who's on a bit of a lap here. He was blue in his second sector. So let's see what he can do now. He's up again, purple. So this is going to be an absolute cracking lap in the Porsche. No toe, absolutely phenomenal from Sincor here. Really done a good job in the heat race. And let's see what he can do here into the braking zone. Into this hard right-hander, sweeps out wide, try not to hit the sand, he's using everything around there. Oh, Ace Ryu takes pole position with a 2:06. Oh, Polar's done a 2:06 flat. That's incredible. Still, we stay with Sincor. This is an absolutely astonishing lap. Now, what can he do now? Out the exit, comes down. Oh, he's right over the curb. This is an absolutely sensational lap. Red Spectre's gone faster again. We've still got 8 minutes, Sean, and these times are really coming down. 2:05.9 from Iqbal takes pole. That's incredible. Now, here we go, over the line. What can Sincor do as he crosses the line? He does a 2:06.5. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Top 6 with 2:06s.
Only good for 5th place with a 2:06.5. Iqbal showing the way with that Renault. Now, we have had a couple comments in chat that the Renault is known for its time trial ability, but it chews tires and eats fuel like it's going out of style. So not too shocking, I would think, from the folks in chat's perspective, that the Renault is sitting at the top of the charts right now, but it's only sitting at the top of the charts by 0.029. Not even a full tenth does he have on bipolar right now. That Corvette getting the job done. Ace Rio running P3 right now. He's less than a tenth off of bipolar. Actually, no, he's 0.3 off bipolar, and Wasim is less than a tenth off of Ace Rio in 4th place right now, and Syncor running P5 in that Porsche. It's already heating up, y'all, and we are just in qualifying. This is going to be insane.
Definitely. So there is Iqbal in the pole position slot at this moment in time. Polar we are on board with at the moment. We're staying with him, and let's see what we can do around this sector. Is he gone up? No, it's half a second down on the time. So again, still a great time, but he's got no fuel. The red light's flashing. That's enough fuel to get to the end of the race, end of this lap, so that's fine. It's when you get to the minimum of the red, that's when you got to be thinking about, easing off. But into the pits they go. Now, are they going to just fuel just to top up, just to get a faster lap? So I think that's what Iqbal done. I think he done that as well. I think he just banged on some tyres, drop it down. Wasim coming back in as well. So here we go. All the top guys are coming in. Now, what is Syncor doing? I don't know how he's doing on this lap. Let's have a look. Sector 2, he was up. He was down in sectors 3 and 4. So there we go. Legion has put himself into 3rd place. What a drive from Legion. Where did that come from? Where did that come from? What a time. 206.366. Brilliant.
Legion is always incredibly fast. He seems to get a little overexcited at the beginning of these races, and it costs him, and then he has to run back through the field. Now, I enjoy running back through the field, but you don't want to do that on a regular basis. So hopefully Legion can figure out exactly what he needs to do in order to take a deep breath and really get into a rhythm early, or the second round of the Alpha Cup here, and really take advantage of what looks to be potentially an amazing starting position.
Wow, definitely. And again, with the power of that rear end of the BMW, we'll have to see what he can do. But again, we've got to watch out for the Corvettes, because there's 1, 2, 3 in the top 5 as well. So again, lightning starts from those guys. It is very tough out there. Very, very tough. It seems to be that the Mercedes are really struggling out there. I was not expecting that, Sean.
Yeah, the Mercedes has big power. You figure with a track like this that's long and flowing in so many spots, like the large majority of this track is wide open throttle. The Mercedes, I would think, would be a perennial favorite, but obviously not shaping out to be that. And in chat right now, Ryan McVeigh saying use the slipstream. Ryan, during the drivers meeting earlier, there's 14 cars on this huge track. We asked them to not take advantage of the slipstream during qualifying, and we wanted to see raw times. We wanted to see raw pace. What can you do without that draft? And that's what we're seeing right now. That 205.9, no draft involved. Unbelievable lap by Iqbal right now. We have a couple cars in the 20. Well, actually, we only have one car in the 205s, I think. Is Polar
Polar
is in the
flat. Yeah,
it's 206 flat from Polar. So Iqbal, the only driver to find that 205 range right now. Polar breathing on his heels, and then another 3, almost 4 tenths back is Legion right now in that BMW. So yeah, at the top of the pack, let's see here. The whole field's going to be separated by less than 2 seconds probably by the time we're done with this. Definitely less than 3 seconds. And then we have a 1 hour long race with crazy fuel and tire wear that's going to equalize the field quite a bit. So things are going to get crazy as pit stops start to happen. Who do you think is going to win? I'm asking the chat. I'm asking you, Craig, and I'm asking the chat. Who do you think is going to win? Who's your favorite? How do you think this is going to shake out?
If we're going for strategy, I know Ace really won the last one. He's one to watch out for. But do you know what? I would like Legion, but I think it's gonna. I got a really good feeling. I don't know why. My heart says bipolar. I just think he looks like he's dialed in this car. He looks pretty quick. With everyone mentioned about Iqbal with the tyres and obviously the fuel depletion dropping down quite rapidly, we know he's a very good endurance driver. As long as he can stay in front of Ace Ryu and sort of mimic what he does, I think he's got a good chance of winning this one.
And Rio right now, our defending champion from round 1, Ace Rio in the Corvette, I hesitate to say off the pace. He's in the 206s. He's not slow. And we know he can bang out lap after lap after lap within a tenth of each other. You know, he's incredibly consistent. So, and he's also proven to be a master of strategy. So Rio's sitting in 4th right now. We just had someone in chat mention, I think, let's see who that was in chat. Someone mentioned that, it's an hour-long race and the qualifying position doesn't necessarily... It doesn't, but it does, because the confidence boost that you get from knowing that you have that kind of pace to put it on pole or put it, in the top 3 or 4 in qualifying, it gives you a mental boost. It just does. You can ride that buzz and you can ride that rhythm into the actual race, and it will take you a long way as long as you can stay in that zone. So, yeah, by all means, go out and lay it down. I'm on board with Rio right now, just taking a look at what he's doing, and he is inch perfect with that Corvette.
Interesting.
Inch perfect. Yeah, just he might not be laying down the quickest lap, but he's going to be a factor at the end of this thing. I almost can guarantee it.
Yeah, I'm just watching Roses, like the comments are saying. I think, again, knowing that they're not going to be that high up the grid, I think, again, you can see Bite the Roses on the softer tyre. I think he's just testing now. With a minute and a half to go, he's just testing his pace on the super soft pace to just think, is it worth me driving on these super softs? Is it worth me doing this? Shall I get the soft tyre out? Because, again, the guys at the front, I'm thinking Iqbal, he's got to go for it. I don't think there's going to be any strategy involved. I think he's just got to get away. We know he's fast. Now, with the fuel depletion, is that going to benefit him by just getting away from them on the first stint? Just get away, get some time up, then put the fuel on, then set yourself a bar, get going again, and then maybe, try on a super soft and maybe a softer tyre. I don't know. Maybe. It's just, I don't know. I don't know enough about the Renault to comment on it, but from what we're hearing, it's going to be a bit of a fuel eater.
Yeah, I'm going back to chat right now. Ryan McVeigh saying Corvette or AMG will win. Chris Ball says Rio's got this if he doesn't have an incident. Dave Haslett, bipolar, who Dave is picking for the win here. Lisa Thompson thinks Polar will get it done this time. Polar coming in P2 in round 1 of the Alpha Cup, so we know Polar can run up front with the best of them. Mario Coelho says the AMGs will actually be a huge factor in the race, so we'll have to sit back and see how that unfolds. Lee Murray also rooting for Bipolar. Bipolar has as much of a fan base this time around as who was it yesterday that had a massive fan base? It was Cartier, yeah. So Polar seems to have taken Cartier's fans away a little bit.
Oh!
Mark Chip also.
Red Spectre's left the room. Red Spectre's left the room. Now,
has Red Spectre left
he's
the room?
left.
Where did
Red
Spectre go?
Yeah, he's left. He hasn't disconnected. There was no disconnect. He was in the pits, and he's just gone. Wow. Now, did he disconnect or not? I've not no messages. I've not heard nothing. So he didn't say anything. So down in 7th he was.
I'm gonna drop down and see if he's in chat. I'll be right back, Craig. You keep going with what you're doing.
Okay, we got 1 minute 50 seconds to go. We might see a reset here, but we will be back shortly with 1 minute 45 seconds to go. Let's take a look at the moment. So it's Iqbal in pole position, Polar in 2nd, Legion there in 3rd, Ace Ryu in 4th, Wasim in 5th. Sinkor in 6th. We've got Boosted Alpha cruising down as well. GTR Taylor is crossing the line here at the moment on a 207. Goes over the line 207. Cardiwez in 9th. Vinny in 10th. Then we have King Kian in 11th with Roses in 12th and Supermex in the pits at this moment in time. So again, we are waiting to see what is going to happen with our man here.
Red's working on getting back in. He actually had an ISP crash, so he's working on getting. Yeah, there he is. He's back in.
Okay, so we're going to have to reset that. So we will get a advert up and running, and we will get that one reset so we can start this race. So thank you very much to you, Sean, for sorting that out. I will have to just message the guys. Or actually, could you message the guys on the screen just to say we are resetting? Or could you go down and let them know? That would be fantastic.
We'll do it.
So there we go. Iqbal there on pole, Polar in second, Legion third, Ace Ryu in fourth. Again, we've got to watch out for these Corvettes at the start of this race. It's going to be absolutely extreme. Really looking forward to this. But there he is, Ace Ryu. There's Iqbal with that sensational time of 205.973 in the Renault. Not expecting that at all. There is Polar in the Corvette. Again, another one to watch out for in this race, and it's Legion there, who really wanted to get into this final. He's here. He's going to be loud and proud in that BMW. Guys will be resetting after this as soon as we get this race underway. So everyone will be resetting as soon as this starts up again.
Right now, I'm looking in chat, and Mario Coelho thinks a three-stop strategy is the winning strategy with an average in the high 207s, 208 range. Ryan Bailey says go Taylor. Tim Gray is saying go Cartier. Paula Webb would like Boosted to win, but thinks Rio or Legion is going to take it home. Craig Elliott rooting for Bipolar. Are we off and running?
Yeah, they should reset. They should reset. We have got Red Spectre in the chat, so it will be a reset.
Okay, so we've got a reset coming. This is not the actual start.
Yeah, don't panic, everyone. That's why I haven't jumped out of my seat yet. So don't panic. Everyone's just resetting, and look how quick that was. Well done. That's the quickest reset I've ever seen. So we're going to go to a quick break, and we will sort out this reset right now. So come back with us shortly, and here is Gapham with their lovely... Oh, sorry, Red List with their lovely advert. Welcome back, everybody. We are just getting the reset done for this race. I'm going to leave you with Sean just to talk about Equity Prime Mortgages and some of our sponsors involved in this Gapham and Red List.
Absolutely. Thanks for turning it over to me, Craig. I'm just looking at chat right now, and everybody here is completely amped up. Over 100 folks watching us live here for round 2 of the Alpha Cup. Equity Prime Mortgage, as always, our prime sponsor here for the Alpha Cup, as well as the other series and events that we do at the eRacing Association. Don't forget to join us for the Omega Cup coming up in a few weeks. The last round for 2021 of the Omega Cup coming up. Equity Prime also on board for that as well. And we have another Mario Kart event coming up. If you have Mario Kart, if you have some kids or you're still a kid at heart and you want to join us for a Mario Kart tournament, please check out eragaming.gg. Get yourself registered for all of the events that we have, the Mario Kart and the GT Sport events that we do. No cost to enter. You just have to get in, get yourself registered. You'll get on our email list. We'll send you out notices as to what's going on, the rule sets, when things are actually going live, so you know when to be sitting in front of your TV or your monitor and ready to race with us. We also have GAPM on board with us as a sponsor for these events, and we have the Red List Group. If you happen to be out on the West Coast and you love drag racing and you love some incredibly high-end cars, getting it done down the quarter mile, the Red List Group is definitely something you want to check out. Absolutely amazing stuff on track. I know that Jesse Awuji is helping out with chat today. If you're in our Facebook, our YouTube, or our Twitch, and you have something that you want to throw out there, Jesse's probably going to be the one that's responding to those comments in chat. Can't wait to see what's going on with Jesse Awuji Racing next year in NASCAR. It's going to be absolutely unbelievable to see them take the track for the first time under their own banner. Just all amazing stuff happening here. We're just about ready to go green for the final. Craig, are we up and running? Do we have the field sorted? All right,
we're ready. We're ready.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Let's do this indeed. So everyone, it looks like they are ready. Let's get this one underway. I'm so excited for the first EPM version of the Alpha Cup 2 event. This is going to be absolutely incredible. We are looking forward to this so badly. And here we go. The Alpha Cup 2, sponsored by Equity Prime Mortgages. And here we are. On pole position is Iqbal. Second is Polar. Third is Legion. Ace Rue fourth. Wassim fifth. Sincor sixth. Red Spectre in seventh. Boosted eighth. Taylor ninth. Cardia Wes in 10th. Vinny in 11th. We got King in 12th. Right at the back there, we have Supermex and we have Bite the Roses. This is going to be absolutely intense. Let's have a look at these cars on track. Going to have to go a little bit further back so we can get everyone in the zone. We just about get it. The lights have gone green. Here we go. As we go into turn one, it's Polar who's had an absolute cracking launch into turn one here. It is Polar into the lead. Iqbal, watch out for Wassim, who's now into fourth, trying to get that third position off Legion. Legion's managed to hold it, but it's Polar in the lead. Iqbal in second, Legion in third. Sean, what a start from Polar.
Absolutely, the Corvette showing a little bit of V8 dominance there over that Renault. The Renault turbocharged, but evidently no replacement for displacement, as the Corvette shows a little bit of superiority there in a straight line, as you would expect. I would also like to give a shout out to all 14 drivers for getting through the first handful of corners. From what I saw, completely clean. There may have been a little touch here and there, but you've got 14 incredibly quick drivers all funneling down into turn one. Of course there's going to be a little contact, and it's GT racing. You know, this isn't open wheel. You got to throw it in there a little bit. Going over the bridge, the field looks absolutely stunning. We've got Iqbal actually falling back a little bit from that pole position right now, basically falling victim to a bunch of V8 power at this stage of the game. So let's see how Iqbal can do and manage those tires and that fuel and that Renault, and if he can march back to the front. Right now, though, bipolar, not a commanding lead, but about a 3/10 lead over Legion and P2, and Wassim rounding out the top three in another Corvette.
Yeah,
we've got to have an hour of this, Craig, an hour.
Incredible, what a start. Look at that lovely line of cars coming through. Legion has managed to get, Legion's got past Wassim for position, so great move from Legion. That power of that BMW is intense, going down the inside of Polar, having another look there. Again, great move there from Legion, going into second place on Wassim. Watch out for Iqbal again. He is very, very quick. Now, has he just turned it down a little bit? We just don't know about these settings from these guys. It's going to all change throughout this race. So there we go. Polar still holding the lead from Legion, from Wassim. There he goes. Outsiders, Iqbal. He's got the outside line. He could get the cut back here. He's looking very feisty in these first few turns, and he's going all over the back of Wassim there. Let's go on board with Wassim, and let's have a look at Iqbal there. There are the tyres. Super soft tyres for Wassim. Fuel looks pretty good. Ace Ryu knows he needs to get in the front of these guys just to make sure he stays with the leaders here, Sean. And it's very, very intense. A little bit of a glitch there. Was that coming from Iqbal, or was that coming from Wassim there as he come through? Side by side, as you can see, Iqbal and Ace Ryu. Ace Ryu on the outside line. Ace Ryu trying to hold that inside if he can. Round the outside, Ace Ryu. Iqbal on the inside. No contact. That's absolutely incredible driving.
Precision driving at its best right there. It's seen as close proximity racing. Really good to see. Lots of respect from all of these drivers being shown right now. We know what's at stake here. It's like we said yesterday, this is not the norm for Gran Turismo Sport tournaments. And what we're doing is something completely different, having these cash prizes available and not even having an entry fee. Anyone watching this can jump on track, and our viewership on Facebook just doubled right now. So if you're watching this live and you're like, how can I get involved? Go over to eragaming.gg and get signed up and join us on track for all of our events. We'd love to have y'all out here. Going back to the racing that's happening right now there.
Oh, wow. He's literally doing some sort of, that was like a little bit of a stunt there. It was brilliant. It was like drifting at his finest, grabbing the side of the wall there. Ace Rue has got some brilliant speed coming out of this corner. This is going to be interesting. Legion looks like he's actually slowing these guys down. There's a big train. Everyone's got a ticket, but Legion's got the cutback on Wassim, and he gets that done. That's fantastic. Look at this. Wassim's got the inside line. Legion looks like he's going to hold it. This is fantastic racing, and this is perfect for Polar. He's just getting away.
Polar's absolutely loving what's happening behind him right now. It's allowing him to stretch that lead out just a little bit. Now, obviously, he's not leaving them for dead, but Rio doing some uncharacteristic grass cutting there. That is not the norm for Rio. We normally see him as incredibly high precision, doesn't make a mistake, but having said that, I mean, we literally have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cars in a line right now.
Oh, Cardi whizzed down the inside. Sorry, Cardi whizzed down the inside. He did have a look. He did have a look and didn't take it, but Red Spectre's seen him coming and moved over to the right-hand side and managed to get boosted. A little bit of grass cutting there from boosted. Red Spectre's trying to get that line and gets it done. Cardi Wes all over the back of these guys now. He's looking very feisty. Now he knows where his lines are, does Cardi Wes. He was a bit slow in the qualifying, which I was very, very surprised. I thought he was going to be right over there, but he was in the streamers event and we did do an endurance race, so now he's on the back of these guys. He's learning their lines. This could be really helpful for Cartier in this first sector.
Yeah, I mean, as the first stint goes, it really, as long as you... Whoa, we had a little bit of an issue there.
Oh, big crash. Big crash. That was Wassim there. Was that third place? Legion there is in third, so Wassim takes that place back into turn 2. Oh, he's gone really wide. Oh, big crash. Now, who else is taken out there? Was anyone else taken out? Yes, we have another one. There is, who was that? Was that Taylor? I think that was Taylor as well. I do apologise about that. That was so quick. But Wassim is at the back of this pack at the moment. Let's have a look where he is. So he has Aero, rear, and oh, has he gone? I think he's gone. I think he's gone. He's come out of the race. He's come out of the race there. Oh, that's unbelievable.
Not exactly sure what the cause was. I know I saw someone with about a 1.8 second penalty. I think it was Taylor that's got a 1.7 second penalty right now. Not exactly sure whether that was an own goal, whether that was basically an earned penalty or a given penalty right now for Taylor. We're a little too far away from it to go back and take a look at the replay right now, unfortunately. And with the pack that close together, it's just impossible for us to see from the booth basically how that unfolded. Hate to see Wassim Disco, though. I hate to see him jump out. I wish he'd stayed around. There was no reason for him to leave unless that car was just absolutely done. And I don't think it hit the wall hard enough for it to be absolutely done. We shall have to go back and see at the end of this. But right now, we are 7 minutes into this. Bipolar's at the front, got a 1.2 second gap between him and Rio. Sort of a replay from Alpha Cup number 1 with him and Rio running out front. Legion P3, not too far, but like literally right on Rio's bumper in that BMW. Right behind him. In 4th place, Iqbal making a really good showing with the Renault right now. 4th place right now in this group. Nothing wrong with that. And Syncor in the Porsche running P5. We have a lot of racing left here. We have 50 plus minutes of racing left here. This is going to do nothing but get better and better and better as the race goes on.
Yeah, I'm just going to mention quickly, we were saying about the fuel depletion on this Renault, but I tell you what, he's up there. He's actually got probably the best fuel load at the moment out of all of them. So he's actually beaten Ace Rue, but I think Ace Rue's had to open the taps to try and close the gap up on the leader. Oh, Polar's hit the wall. Polar hit the wall there. He's managed to get it back together, and again, here we go, the little Renault on the back of Legion again. Let's go on board with him. Look, he's all over the back of him. And keep an eye on the Porsche. Red Spectre's now got clear of Boosted. So him and Cartier having a good battle. Side by side is Cartier and Boosted at the back there. Iqbal looking for the inside line, not doing it. But that could cut really... Oh, sideways there from Iqbal, and Sincore's all over the back of him now. So pressure is on for Legion, and the tyres are not looking too great on that BMW.
I was just looking at Bipolar's car, and he's not showing any damage right now. So he hit the wall, but he brushed it. It's no harm, no foul. Very deep breath, gather it up, live to fight again, basically. I'm on board with Sincore right now, watching this battle for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and now Red Spectre coming into the frame in that DHL BMW. I think Red Spectre's doing everything in his power right now to run down that 3-car train, all running for 3rd place, and Iqbal jumping up there.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on. I don't know if that was a glitch or not too sure. I'll have to keep an eye on that, because it was a little bit of a strange movement from him there. But Legion's managed to get hold of it and get back into this race. So let's see if we can see a replay of that. So, no, we can't. It's way too far back. I don't know what that's all about. But there we go. We'll keep an eye on that one. So Sincore now there. Oh, Iqbal's in the wall. Iqbal's in the wall. So has he got... Oh, he's got problems. He's got problems. He has to come out. He has to come out. He is glitching something really bad at the moment. And he's all the way back into 6th. So he's got a massive glitch. He has to come out of the race. We will have to remove him, because that is going to cause so many issues. So I will have to get him out of the race. So unless we can get down to him there, Sean, and tell him...
I'm gonna go down and try to get him to...
So there we go. Thank you very much. So there we go. Polar in the lead. If you have any glitches on track and it's noticed, they have to come out of this race. So Polar in the lead, followed by Ace Rue. Ace Rue now closing up this gap. So Polar's tyres there looking a little bit worn. Ace Rue again just showing him that he's got so much better tyre. Look at that. Sincore now into 3rd. Side by side are the 2 BMWs. Red Spectre. Let's go on board with Sincore from the back of his car. And let's see these 2 battling away there. Side by side. Legion versus Red Spectre. Mates as well. You can see Boosted and Cartier just behind them, with King as well, with the 2 Mercedes, with just the Corvette just behind them. So Cartier now into 6th past Boosted. So great move there, getting that one done. Red Spectre now past Legion for 4th. So he is on a mission as well. So now Iqbal has had to leave the room after the glitch, which is a real shame. So Wassim and Iqbal have now left the room. Polar in the lead has got Ace Ryu all over the back of him. So again, these 2 battling away. Let's see what they can do. Ace Ryu on the back of Polar. It's very, very tight. There's a good battle at the back as well. We will take a look at those guys, seeing how Vinny and also Roses is doing at the back there in the Mercedes. But it is Polar against Ace Ryu for this top spot. Let's go on board with Bipolar there. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah, I know Jesse is actually absolutely coming unglued with the Corvettes running so well this weekend. Yeah, Bipolar and Ace Ryu, it is definitely a carbon copy of round 1 right now. The only difference is Bipolar showing the way at this stage of the race, and Rio basically trying to latch on to Polar's bumper in that green and black Nemesis Lab Corvette. Yeah, it's a Nemesis Lab Corvette. I'm allowed to say that. That is a gorgeous car. Absolutely loving seeing what these 2 are doing right now. Jesse, man in the chat. So how you feel about the Corvettes out front, Jesse? You liking that? I'm pretty sure he's digging it.
Well, I'm just going to say there, Sean, Ace Ryu just flashed Polar. So is he saying, right, mate, we're 1st and 2nd. Let's get away from these guys. Let's work together. So I think he's just flashed him just to say, look, if we're going to stay in the top 2, we need to make sure that we get away from these 2. So let's see what happens here with Ace Ryu. Is he going to bump draft him? He looks like he's slowing down. He's just backed off a little bit. He knows he's in the tow, so he's using less fuel as well. So he's in a good position at the moment.
Yeah, Iqbal just jumped into the chat and we're as gutted for you as you are right now, Iqbal. You were making a heck of a show of it. The Renault was looking good. It just looked like an ISP problem, sir, and you started lagging all over the place. You did the right thing by pulling it out, man. It's so sorry that happened. But right now, back at the front of the field, Polar and Rio putting on a display. We have a 3.7 second gap right now from Rio back to Syncor in that Porsche, and then another 1.3 seconds from Syncor back to Red Spectre in the DHL BMW, and right behind Red is another BMW piloted by Legion. It's the BMW Corvette hour basically here today. It's crazy to see cars that are so different in real life doing what they're doing here in this event. Really cool to see. And Legion and Red, if they can link up, I think they can run them down. They're by no means out of this thing at all.
Yeah, definitely. So here it is. It's Polar in the lead, Ace Ryu in second, and Syncor is holding third. We're going to take a short break. Be back with us in 2 seconds. Welcome back, everybody. We are here for the Alpha Cup 2 with our friends at Equity Prime Mortgages, Red List and Gapham. So we used Gapham quite a lot yesterday. I managed to get all three into a one-liner, so if that's a merge of companies there, that'd be fantastic. So Red Spectre in fourth, there is Legion in fifth, Cardio Wes in sixth. Let's take a look at him. There he is, still battling away here with Boosted now. I know what Boosted's like. He's the sort of person that likes to work together with someone. If he's in that sort of zone, he will work together with this guy. So let's see what happens. Is he going to try and work with him? Plenty of time. Lots of fuel still between these two. Let's have a look at Boosted's fuel. He's actually got no fuel. So he'll be coming into the... I just totally lost myself there. Boosted in seventh has now got no fuel. So he'll be coming in this lap. So very, very interesting how he hasn't saved that fuel. Obviously a lot of battling early on. Ace Ryu has come into the pits with Polar, so the top five have come in. Syncor has stayed out and he's on the soft tyre. Very clever. Flying, absolutely flying here, Sean.
Absolutely flying indeed, and we have a bunch of cars coming in getting fuel and tires right now. Rio in the pits, Red's in the pits, Taylor's in the pits, Cartier West is in the pits, Bipolar is in the pits. Everybody just sitting there watching that clock tick and waiting to be released. Bipolar back out on track right now, resumes the race back in. Where is Polar? Where did Polar come out? Let's see.
Fifth there, fifth.
Polar came out in fifth. Okay, so Polar comes out in fifth. Rio comes out in fourth. Wow. So Rio actually comes out ahead of Polar. How in the world did Rio get that done so fast?
Oh my days. Sorry, I do apologise. Red Spectre has got a 1.7. He had a 2-second penalty coming out of the pits. Now, let's see if we can see that. He's cut the green. He cut the green in the first corner and got a 2-second penalty. Now, that is not what he wanted. And Cartier, I don't know how he's done it, but he's dropped fuel. He hasn't filled up and tried to get track position. Very interesting. So he's on the back of the guys in front of him now, 6th and 7th respectively, which is Legion and Red Spectre. Syncor will be coming into the pits 15 seconds down the road from Roses, who is also pushing hard. Vinny is also there, doing a cracking job, and look at the fuel save on that Alfa Romeo. That's incredible.
I mean, could the Alpha fuel save to the point where he only has to do 2 stops when everybody else has to do 3? And gain some track position off of that? Of course he could. Anything is possible at this stage. We're still 40 plus minutes left in this event, so it's all to play for. Rio got out in front of Polar during that pit stop, so will Rio stretch that out? Will Rio actually let Polar catch up to the rear end of his Corvette and basically form that 2-car Corvette train and try to pull away from everybody, and then they leave it to themselves to battle for it at the end? I don't know, man. I think Rio is going to put the hammer down and see whether he can gap them.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, well done.
Did I do that well?
You did very well, sir. So, Syncor is in the pits. We're going to keep an eye on Ace Ryu, who's gone past there. Down the straight he goes. Now, is Syncor going to get out in front of Bipolar? No, he doesn't. But is he going to get out in front of Legion? Yes, he is. Penalty taken there by Red Spectre. Well done, sir. Take a bow. Got it done. And where is Cardio? Where's going to take him for position on the outside into turn 1. Manages to hold that, does Red Spectre, but that was very close to another second penalty there from Red. Very, very close indeed.
Absolutely. I'm focused right now on Rio at the front of the field. 1.8-ish second gap between Rio and Bipolar at this stage of the game. It looks like Ace has basically put the throttle to the floor and said, let's see what we can do here in this middle stint. See if I can actually get a little bit of space between me and the rest of the field like he did in Alpha Cup round number 1. It's interesting to watch strategies unfold. The chat is talking about strategy right now. And yeah, it is all about strategy as well as pace. You've got to know how your chosen car is going to burn fuel, is going to wear tires, and exactly what you're going to do. Do you need to pull back and conserve, or do you put the pedal down and run it like the real world 24 hours of Le Mans or Nordschleife or Spa or Daytona and just treat it as a sprint race to the finish? Everybody has their own ideas, but let's go back. I'm going to go back and take a look at Vinny in that Alpha. I'm just curious about fuel burn on the Alpha compared to everyone else, because that is a tiny little motor in that. It's a turbo, but it's a 1.7 liter.
Yeah, I'm just going to grab the Taylor has got aero front damage, and also I just want to point out that Syncor has filled up 75%, not all the way to get track position. So again, very interesting maneuver. And also notice that Legion is on the soft tyre, so this is getting intense. We are 20 minutes in, 40 minutes to go, and their strategy really kicking in already. So most of these guys, well, some of these guys should I say, Vinny will probably have a team manager in his ear saying, right, come in now, you're doing a great job, buddy. I'm pretty sure that Syncor has the same issue as well. So I don't know about Taylor, but looking very, very good at the moment. King Kian in 9th, doing a cracking job. Penalty taken there by Boosted, so he's taken his penalty. Let's look at Vinny there. There he goes. He's on the left, right-hand side. 10th place. Looks like Roses is going for a little overtake here, round the outside. If he gets that done, that's a fantastic move. Vinny holding line, great drive. Vinny under pressure. This is great. So we're in an endurance race, and we're all already having touring car battles here, Sean. Fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, GT cars, you're going to throw a bumper every once in a while. You're going to get a little door-to-door. It's the nature of the beast. There's no way around it. Going back to chat here, people chiming in on strategy and what's going on. Craig Elliott confirming the Alpha's great on fuel, not as thirsty as the other cars, so he may be able to. We may see Vinny go for a 2-stopper, whereas everybody else is going for a 3, and obviously will gain a large handful of seconds if he doesn't have to come in for that 3rd stop. We've got Lee Murray come on Bipolar. Lee is shouting at the top of his lungs, wants Polar to close that gap on Rio. And then we've got Mario Coelho chiming in. If Syncor can keep pace and save fuel, he'll have 2-lap advantage at the end where he won't need to save fuel. So yeah, so many strategies playing out. We knew we were going to see it. Yep, absolutely. If you have some insight and you want to throw it out there, chat's the place to do it. We'd love to read the comments off. We love the fact that you guys and gals are in here basically enjoying this as much as Craig and I and everyone on track are enjoying being here today with you guys. It's just an absolute blast.
Yeah, definitely. Just noticed that Syncor now only 1.5 behind Polar on these soft tyres. His fuel is not that bad considering Polar did fill to the brim, so he's just off half a tank, and Syncor is at half a tank. So if he can just get into the toe, turn it down 1 notch, he might be able to close the gap on these guys. It's Ace Ryu they've got to be aware of. He's now 3 seconds in front of the next 2.
Yeah, Rio's stretching it. He's stretching it a little bit right now, and to see Ace stretching it out over Polar and Syncor at this stage of the race is unexpected. I really didn't think Ace would go out and run off and hidden at this stage, but he is showing incredible pace. And if you're in that Corvette of Bipolar or that Porsche of Syncor's right now, you have to be looking at that gap and thinking, can I actually close that if I need to? Is Bipolar or Syncor or anyone else in the field, are they using that right foot as sort of a fuel map, and are they conserving a little bit, trying to stretch it, get an extra lap out of the fuel and the tires? We don't know. We're not inside the car, so we don't know what's going on in their head. We just get to sit here and talk about it and speculate. And normally when Craig and I say something, the opposite happens. So we'll just sit back and watch it unfold with you.
King Kian down the inside, boosted for position here. Over the bridge he goes, into the braking zone. Corvette very, very good here at this track, but again, cut back for Boost. He's going to have the outside line. He's going to have a better line coming through this corner. King might bail out of this. He's side by side. Let's have a look. No, King holds the line. Boosted holding the line side by side as they're going around the right-hander. That's very, very brave. King Kian goes into 8th spot. Now Boosted down in 9th. And Taylor now starting to open up the tap, pulling away from both of these guys with front aero damage. That's impressive in the Dodge Viper.
Viper's got that big V10 under the hood, so we know the Viper has grunt. It's got more grunt than just about everything else out here on the track, and it's not surprising to me to see it stretch out a little bit in a straight line. But as we get to the corners, the Corvette and the Mercedes start to reel him in a little bit, and we have this going on throughout the field. It's amazing. No matter where you're at in the field, you have someone to race against right now, and that's always cool to see. And it makes for just a much more entertaining event if you're behind one of these wheels too.
Yeah, definitely. There we go. So now we see a bit more of a change as Syncor closes the gap up now, 0.9 on Polar. He is in a perfect spot now. Just a little bit less fuel than Polar. He's on the softer tyre. Let's see if he can run these guys down, because he is on an absolute mission. So is it better to drop your fuel, close the gap up? Because at the end of this race, you might not have to fuel to the end. You might not have to fill up to the brim and get it home. You might just have to put half a tank in. Now, is Syncor thinking that if I can close these guys up on the last stint, 3/4 of a tank again? I don't know. Let's have a shout out there, guys. Comments, please. We really appreciate it. These super soft tyres don't seem to be as good as the soft tyre around here, do they?
Definitely are going to degrade a lot faster. That's for sure. Bipolar getting a little bit of that wall on the outside again as he goes into that right-hander. That was amazing. I switched over to YouTube chat just to see what's going on over there. Jay Hartman screaming, "Let's go King." Pete Panaya chiming in with a Bipolar for the win. Damo Roberts also rooting for Bipolar and Kian. We've got a PRT Critters basically saying go Syncor. Syncor sitting in a really good spot in P3 right now. He's in the money as it sits, but we have over a half hour left to go in this feature event for the Alpha Cup number 2, and we just don't know what's going to happen. We can see all kinds of weird stuff go on from now to the end of this thing.
Yeah, definitely get the Porsche getting very, very twitchy as we come through the final sector. Coming into the braking zone of the final corner, right-hander, and he's close right up on Polar here. He is all over the back of him. So, again, this is where we have to think. Is Syncor just going to sit behind him? You can see the leader. He hasn't quite got away yet, but he is 4 seconds behind. That's not too far at all. So, again, need to think about strategy. Do I go past? Do I try and close up the leader? Or do I sit behind Polar and wait for the next set of pit stops? It is going to be very, very interesting to see what happens. We're going to go to a short break and let's have a little look at Gapham.
Struggle finding someone to race with, someone to compete with, or flat out, someone just to give the Gap sauce? Well, you should check out the Gapham app.
Gapham is the only app that will allow you to race people locally, share videos, and attend events.
And after you race, you can actually take your racing video and post it in the Gapham posting section so the whole world can see. And even if you're not a racer, you can always head to our Gapham app crew mode section where you and some friends can continue to meet up, go to car meets, go to car events, car shows, anything that has nothing to do with going to the racetrack.
Gapham is a one-stop shop for the car world.
What's Looks like I just got a match on the Gapple map. Time to serve someone some Gapple beans.
Ready, set, Gapple.
Welcome back, guys. We are here for Alpha Cup 2 with our friends at Equity Prime Mortgages, Gapham and Redlist. If you have seen the start, what a sensational start it was from Polar. Polar now in second. Ace Ryu has managed to claw that back and take the lead from Polar with a nice 3-second gap, which is probably now 4, as Polar has got a nice big Porsche all over the back end of him now. So we'll keep an eye on this as it unfolds. But it is Polar in, Rio in the lead, Polar in second, Cinco in third, Legion, Red Spectre fourth and fifth with Carde on the back of them. We have lost Wassim to a big incident as we go over bridge, hit the wall, lost the back end of the Corvette, bang, bang, bang. Thank you, ma'am. That was it. Game over. Carde was in the pits. And we also lost Iqbal to a very bad system malfunction, and he had to come out because glitching means no. Carly West in the pits. Okay. ECU, yeah, we'll call that. I like that. Being a mechanic, I should have said that. Man.
Alfa Romeo, it's on an 8th place right now. Vinny, and as I say that, Vinny goes around. Vinny with the spin, letting Bite the Roses go through for 8th. Vinny, get it under control, man. All right, Vinny gets it under control. Cartier West and Supermex get by. The little Alpha lives to fight again. Didn't hit a wall, just lost the back end. Not really sure what happened there other than a momentary lack of concentration, and it all goes wrong. But having said that, Vinny's still, in with a chance of getting into the top 5, I think, because that little car is incredibly frugal with fuel. So we'll see how it goes as the race unfolds right at 30 minutes to go, halfway through this event, Craig. And pit stops are definitely swapping stuff up.
Yeah, and as I said before, Polar has Cinco all over the back of him, and he's literally sat behind him for the last 2-3 laps, and now they're on the same fuel, and they're both coming in at the same time, and the super soft tyres seem to be not as good as those soft tyres, and Cinco's fuel save has been sensational because he's clawed right up to the back of the top 2 now. And it's just totally changed. It's a game changer. It's an absolute game changer. Now, is Cinco going to fill up, try for the overtake on Polar, chase down Ryu? Now, here we go. Ace Ryu is in the pits, so he's realised best thing for me to do now, chuck it in the pits. Everyone in. Here we go.
Top 3 in the pits, had no choice. Everybody was just about out of fuel in the top 3. And Rio obviously in first, going to be out first, unless someone is short filling again. Let's see if anyone chooses to actually short fill and get out in front of who they were behind before. I love this. I love endurance racing exactly for this. Obviously, it's not endurance racing. It's only an hour, I know, in the truest sense of the word, but we're seeing endurance strategies come into play because of the fuel wear and the tire wear that we have it set on. We're getting that strategy aspect into this, and I love it, love it, love it.
Top 3, very lucky there, Sean. All 3 of them have got out from the boosted Roses battle, so that was very lucky. Those 2 have got really shot tyres, but they are pushing hard, both of them. Very good. Look at the fuel on Rose's car. So again, very interested to see what he does at the end of this race. We just see Cartier West go in. Legion has gone right back. He's there in 7th, but again, Cartier West has just dropped the fuel load, managed to get track position again. Legion in 7th, Red Spectre in 8th. We've got Supermex in 9th. He's got some really bad second-hand tyres there. But Ace Ryu has full tank, and Cinco has 75% again. He seems to know what he's doing, this Cinco guy. Very interesting. Great to see. Now the chase is on for the leader.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have chat basically yelling at Syncor and Bipolar to basically get in line and run Rio down. Don't let him get away. Because if you let Rio get away, we know what happens when you let Rio get away.
Can I say it?
Domination happens. When you
can I say it? They're going to red list. Yeah. They're going to red list Ace Ryu.
Are they?
Did I say that?
Or is Ace Ryu going to gap him?
Oh, he might gap him, and he might get a mortgage, an equity price. But there we go. Ace Ryu in the lead. There he goes. Absolutely sensational drive at the moment. 2.7 seconds down the road. Now, has Syncor got it in him? He closed up very, very quickly on Polar and didn't go for the overtake. Just sat there, knew that if he overtook, he would have lost a lot of fuel. Managed to hold the fuel that he had. Managed to get it the same as by Polar. Got in the pits, out before Polar. Now he's on the chase for Ace Ryu. This is a sensational drive from Syncor, and just like I said, 2.6 seconds down the road now from Ace Ryu.
And Syncor's short-fueled again. Syncor's short-fueled. He only got 3/4 of a tank of fuel, whereas Rio and Polar filled up. So Syncor, basically, he got in front of Bipolar with the short fuel, which is something that we were talking about when they were in the pits. Would any of them do it? Well, Syncor in that Porsche actually showing his hand and thinking that he can get things done on that short fuel scenario. I don't know whether that plays out in the end. We're just gonna have to see.
Great battle happening here between Cartier Wes Boosted and Red Spectre. Legion's like, I'm so glad I'm not in this battle. Down the inside, Red Spectre's going to try it into the braking zone. Cartier Wes on the outside line, Red Spectre on the inside line. Boosted's managed to hold both of them off. But the power of that BMW is absolutely sensational. He's now side by side with Boosted. One of them's got to bail out. Who's it going to be? It looks like nobody, because Red Spectre's on the outside line. He bails out, he does. Oh, a little touch there between Boosted and Cartier. Great driving by the two of them into the braking zone. That's sensational. Great driving from those two drivers. Brilliant. Brilliant to watch.
The German's getting crazy
wow.
here. It's absolutely nuts. And that allowed Spectre to just turn on the afterburners and run away from those two Mercedes. That BMW actually showing great pace around here. Tagging a little bit of the wall coming off that corner there. The DHL BMW is Red Spectre, but has a 1.5 second gap between himself and Cartier and Boosted. Actually, there's a little gap between them now too, so everything sort of settled down there. Everybody jumped in line, and with 25 minutes left in the race, everybody is kind of settled where they're at right now, other than Bite the Roses and Legion. They were getting a little nuts right there.
Yeah, they were. As you see, Roses is there in 5th place. He will be coming into the pits quite shortly. I'm sure he's going to have another lap in him, but the tyres are absolutely shot. But I'm just going to say, I think he's only, at the moment, is he 1 stopped or is he 2 stopped? This is going to be very, very interesting because everyone else has come in for fuel. He's very out of sync at the moment. So he's in 5th spot, filling up with 20 minutes to go. I don't know. This could put him in contention, 17 seconds down the road.
It gets him to the end. The pit stop is about a 30-second time penalty.
I reckon, yeah.
Maybe a little over a 30-second time penalty here. So it gets him back up towards the front. Don't know whether it gets him all the way to the front at this stage of the game. But strategy in events like this is king. Maybe he has figured something out. Maybe that gold, purple, and black Mercedes. How often do you get to say gold, purple, and black about a livery all at the same time? Maybe that gold, purple, and black Mercedes can get it done. We shall see. We shall see. Interesting strategy, very out of sync with the rest of the field and the other strategies being used. And sometimes you can get crafty like that and make it pay off. We'll see if Roses has figured it out.
Yeah, definitely. So Ace Ryu in the lead, 3.5 seconds down the road. It is Syncor in 2nd. There he is. Polar in 3rd. Legion in 4th. There he is with a chasing Red Spectre going after him like a man on a mission. Cartier Wes also there. Seems to have a little bit more in the tank. Hits the wall very, very hard. It seems to be very difficult to get that Mercedes to turn in. I think they're really struggling around this track, but in a straight line, it seems very, very good indeed.
Yeah, anything with a V8 in it around here seems to be the ticket because the track is wide open and flowing for the most part. There are a couple heavy braking zones, a couple high percentage passing opportunities as a result of those heavy braking zones, but for the most part, this is a foot to the floor, let it go track, and if the car handles well, if it's got a really good chassis and aero balance at higher speeds, we're seeing that pay off for the Corvette and that Porsche Syncor right now. Whereas the AMGs and the BMWs, they're quick and they're really well planted, but they just don't seem to be able to run the lap times consistently that the Corvette and the Porsche is right now.
Yeah, definitely great shout there from Sean. Kinky in there. We just see Taylor in 7th. Kinky having a good drive here. Mate holding that top 10 spot in 8th there, with Roses in 9th and Boosted in 10th as they both just come into the pit now. Very, very interested to see what happens there. But I'm going to take a look at this battle for 4th, because it's starting to get a little bit intense as Red Spectre closes up on Legion, and he's got damage. Legion has aero damage, suspension left front, and front aero. That's not good at all for Legion. That is going to be real painful going through the long straights. We'll see how he can cope with that one in that BMW, but it looks like Red Spectre is going to be on him very, very quickly indeed. We're on board with Legion as we come through the sweeping section, and this is going to cost him massively through here.
Yeah, Legion, he's tapped something somewhere. He's getting run down right now. Cartier West in the Mercedes and Red in the BMW, actually running Legion's BMW down right now. So it's a little bit of damage is a big deal around a track that is this fast. And Mario Coelho trying to get the job as our technical commentator in chat right now, times it with a Roses needs to keep pace. Is 17 seconds behind the leader. He'll be in play at the end if he's one pit stop short, which makes all the sense in the world. Mario, you're a legend. Thank you for chiming in on that. Much appreciated. We're on the rear bumper of Legion right now as he's doing his best to hold off Red Spectre, who has basically put front bumper of BMW to rear bumper of BMW and is looking for a way past in the 4th place right now. Good Lord, 4th place. 20 minutes left in the final event. I'm going to go back to the front, Craig. You keep it where you're at, and I'm just going to take a look at the rest of the field and what's going on. What's going on in your neck of the woods right now, Craig?
Oh, well, I'm still with Legion and Red Spectre. This is the battle at the moment that is really starting to hot up, but Ace Ryu is definitely starting to pull a gap on the two behind. Syncor also pulling the gap on Polar. So at the moment, the top 3 look very, very comfortable indeed. Not in shot. You can see Legion is in the pit, so he's coming for air. Oh, that's very interesting. Legion and Red Spectre have come into the pits early. Now, hear me out. 20 minutes to go. Full tank of fuel. Soft tyres, I'm thinking. Get to the end. They know how long these pit stops take, so it's going to be very, very interesting. They both came in at the same time. Legion 46 litres, 50 litres for Red Spectre. They both come in, obviously, repair work being done on Legion's car, which is done now. Red Spectre is out. Soft tyres it is for Legion. They're going to the end. That's it. They're going to the end.
Definitely going to the end, but they just suffered that 30-plus second penalty that the other cars that are ahead of them are going to suffer. We're going to see it equal out, but it shouldn't push them too much further to the front than where they were. They're out of sync, but I don't think it's going to give them the ability to do any sort of undercut at all. At least it shouldn't. And back to chat, we had, I don't know who that was, Charles Snyder saying we need Kwame to come in for some voiceover. Yeah, he'd bring the choir down like a full 7 octaves, man. I'm all for getting Kwame in the booth. That voice is dulcet tones coming out of that man's mouth.
Yeah, it was very, very deep. He could do does it Rolling on the River by Tina Turner very, very well. Ooh, it would be great to hear. So, but Cartier Ware's in 4th, Taylor there in 5th. It's been a very quiet race for Taylor, but now in the top 5. Great to see. King Kian also there in 6th spot. Then we have this battle between Red Spectre and Legion. Now, Red Spectre has got a full tank of fuel, super soft tyres. He is absolutely gunning it now. So, again, very interesting to see how this pans out at the end of these next fuel stops. I mean, it's going to be very, very close, but we're going to see what happens here. Red Spectre there in 7th, Legion in 8th. Where is Boosted? Boosted Alpha has now got past Rose's 4th position, and they are going for it as well. So they are chasing down the BMWs, are the 2 AMG drivers. Then we have I Am Supermax in the other Corvette doing a good job. Nice clean drive as well. Not quite up there with the guys, but again, fantastic to see him in the final 14. And then we have Vinny, who is absolutely doing a sterling job there in that Alfa Romeo. Great fuel saving on the soft tyre, and they are some good lap times. 209s, most of them as well. So well done to Vinny.
If Vinny hadn't had that spin, if he hadn't had that giant tank slapper, I mean, he'd be well up in the mix of things. He'd be up there in the, possibly inside the top 10, maybe even 7th or 8th right now. He lost a solid 40-plus seconds there, so lots of time lost when you make a mistake here, as every other driver in the field capable of laying down those consistently quick times. You don't want to have that issue, that's for sure.
Yeah, we can see Ace Ryu is definitely starting to open up some time here. Look at this, it's absolutely fantastic. He has the fastest lap, 207.093. I'm quite proud of myself now, Sean. But here we go. Ace Ryu there is 5.6 seconds in front. Sincor in second, and you can see Polar in his mirror now. He's not that far behind, 1.8 seconds. Could they do it again? Could they do it again? Ace Ryu first, Bipolar second. New driver Sincor in third, Taylor now in fourth. There we go, King Kieran in fifth, Red Spectre sixth, Legion seventh, and Cardio Wes had to pit. But there's a big battle going on for fourth spot now. So there is Taylor. There, bit of a brush to the wall there from Taylor. He will have to come in for fuel. Also, same with King. Might go for another couple of laps here. He looks pretty good, but Red Spectre is on a mission to try and grab that fourth spot off Taylor.
Yeah, Sincor is about to be out of Sincor, I believe. Yep, there he goes, peeling off, coming into the pits right now. Out of sync with the Corvettes now is Sincor. You like what I did there? With
that was beautiful.
Did you like that?
Yeah, I did.
That's probably the best it's going to get for me all day long. So
and thank you very much for joining us, everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're done. 15 minutes to go. Sincor out of sync, and Bipolar and Rio leading this field. Having said that, Rio doing what he did in the first event, 7.98 seconds down the road from Bipolar's Corvette right now. Polar probably scratching his head a little bit, wondering what he needs to do in order to figure out how to close that gap, because Rio, again, showing incredible pace along with a mastery of strategy that we're going to need some folks to step up to, which is always cool to see, because when you put yourself on track with someone like an Ace Rio, all that does is help you elevate. It shows you what you need to do to get better, and Rio putting on that clinic, and Bipolar is a student right now basically trying to figure it out. Meanwhile, back on board with Sincor, I just jumped back on board with him. He's back out of the pits, maintaining P3.
Yeah, he's full tank as well. Yeah,
full tank with a 12-second gap back to King Kian. So he's maintaining P3, and he has the ability to run it to the end without a doubt now. And we'll see if it's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him. Bipolar and Rio are about to have to pull in. Bipolar especially. Bipolar is basically running on vapor right now. Rio somehow still has an eighth of a tank of fuel in that Corvette. How does he do that? How in the world does he do that?
It's absolutely incredible. If you could let us know, Ace Ryu, we would be very happy to tell everyone. But the King Kian holding up Red Spectre and Legion at the moment. This is absolutely incredible. It's like the M25 here in the UK, and King Kian is doing a great job in the Corvette, trying to pull away from these BMWs. Let's go on board with him again. A sensational shot here, because Cardio Wes has now joined the party as well. He's got his party poppers out. He wants to shoot some flares, and we're going to see him blow in the whistles any moment now, because that AMG Mercedes is right on the back of the two BMWs, and Legion, who was miles behind, well, I say miles behind, wide goes King Kian, and he's just made a mistake there. No tyres, no fuel, and that was a big drop of a position there from King Kian. Let's have a look at that again.
Yeah, that's what happens when, he is on basically bald tires. He's down to the cords. The air is, you can see the air through the tires. They're that bad right now, and no fuel, so the car is incredibly light with no grip. And there you go. Back end comes around, and you make a big mistake.
Massive
Kian's pulling
change.
in the pits right now.
Massive change.
Kian's pulling in the pits right now and making the changes. He'll get back out there and run it to the end.
Yeah, sorry, Sean. Big change here. Sincor has gone into second. Polar is there in third now, gone into the pits. 5 seconds down the road is Ace Ryu. 13 minutes to go. Sincor has literally opened up the taps now. Let's see what lap times he can do now in the Porsche. 5 seconds down the road. It is slowly coming down. Ace Ryu has filled up. Now, has he got the pace? Is he faster? 5 seconds down the road. 12 minutes to go. This is going to be intense.
Syncor's on softs, and Rio's on super softs. Polar is on super softs. Yeah, a little over 10 minutes to go. Strategies, I mean, the strategies have been played at this point. All the cards are on the table. Now it's literally put your foot down and run it home, and we'll see whether Rio can hold on to that. Right now, 5.4 seconds, and climbing is that gap between Rio and Syncor. So Rio has proven in the past that he can manage the pace from the front. We'll see if he can do it again.
Sorry, just watching Legion literally hanging on to that BMW as he came over bridge into the left-hander. And look at Cardiwez all over the back of Legion as they go down the long straight. Let's go on board with Cardier. Let's have a look from his point of view and let's see what he can do. Legion looking down the inside of Red Spectre. That's a brave move, gets it done. Legion has got, Cardiwez has got a great run on both of them here. Now, is he going to go for a dive down the inside of Legion into the braking zone? He might do it. He might do it. No, he hasn't done it. Oh, that's a real shame. I thought he was going to just give it a go, bite the bullet, literally. Doesn't do it. And now they've gapped him again. So there we go. Cardiwez into 6th. Legion in 4th. Red Spectre there in 5th. I did that totally the wrong way round, but it doesn't matter. I'm excited. Legion is there in 4th. Red Spectre 5th. Cardiwez now back in 6th. That was a great bit of action there.
Absolutely. Watching these three cars battle it out for 4th place is as much fun as anything else going on the track right now. It's cool to see the Germans actually showing some pace, and it's also amazing to see Legion doing what he's doing right now with that BMW. Got the damage fixed on the last pit stop and is in front of Red Spectre right now, and we know from past experience that Red is not averse to showing you some fender at some point in time, so it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Cartier West, with a massive fan base, still trying to put that Mercedes up into 4th from 6th. Tried to get it all done in one corner, not possible right now, and he had to fall back into 6th, slot back in behind his BMWs to see if he could get it done at another time.
Yeah, very wide there was Legion. Red Spectre's got that inside line side by side of the two BMWs. This could be very good for Cardiwez if he can get the toe off both of them here. He's in the toe. He's got the inside line on Red Spectre. That's worked. He's going down the inside of Legion. This is going to be a great move. Can he get it done? Into the braking zone. Again, just bails out last minute. But he's got the power down. He's got the outside line. This could be his. Side by side as they come into the right hand. This is great driving from them two. Oh, a little touch there. Little scrape of the wall maybe. But he's had to bail out. He's had to slow down as Cartier, and he's back in the toe. This is a great race here with these guys. 4th, 5th, and 6th, respectively. Oh no! Have we had a disconnect? No, we haven't. No, we've lost Polar. We've lost Polar. We've lost Polar. Polar's disconnected. We've lost Polar.
No.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Another one has gone.
Polar is he's crying right now. He's crying into his beautiful Nemesis Lab gloves right now. I hate to see that. We don't want to see it happen to anyone, but man, when you're fighting for a top 3 coming to the end of this thing, less than 10 to go, that had to be another ISP disco. That had to be just a disconnect, a big lag, and we lose one out of the top 3. Rio, Syncor, and Legion now finds himself in P3. How in the world?
This battle now.
Legion saw that pop up. Yeah, Legion. Now all of a sudden we have a 3-way battle for the last spot on the podium and the last position to take home some of this $1,000 cash prize. This battle has a whole lot more meaning now, and we will see how that plays out to the finish. Meanwhile, back up front, Ace Rio putting on a clinic, 7.4 seconds down the road from Syncor. Syncor on the softs, Rio on the super softs. Somehow, Rio, I don't... How does he do what he does? It's like physics don't apply to Ace Rio. The tires look better on Rio's Corvette than they do on Syncor's, even though Rio's on the super softs and Syncor's on the softs. And Rio is saving more fuel and still building a gap. How?
No idea, mate. No idea. But I am still watching this big battle between Legion, Red Spectre, and Cartier. Now, the Cartier fan club are going to go through the roof, knowing, oh, what a move here from Cartier down the inside of the right-hander. He is going to have a bit... Oh, Red Spectre hit the wall. Manages... Oh, he's got aero. He's got rear aero damage as well. I've just noticed he's got rear aero damage. So, again, a little bit of damage there for Red Spectre. Might not cause that many issues. Still got straight line speed. Cartier, where's Red Spectre side by side? Red Spectre trying to get that inside line. Cartier just shuts the door on him and says, no, you cannot have anything from my house. So there's Cartier around the outside. He's going to have a great little rundown into the right-hander. Gets the cutback on Legion. Oh, Legion sideways. Is Cartier going to get an opportunity now? Don't forget, this is for the final place on the top spot. So here we go. Cartier is in a battle between two BMWs, and he is he's the essence of the sandwich, isn't he? Quite literally. Look at this. Fantastic race.
Unbelievable race. Like I said, I hate to see anyone lag out at any point during the race, but knowing that you're solidly inside the top three and to lose Polar like that, absolutely gutted for him. But turning our attention back on track, that did make things quite a bit more spicy for that P3 position, and those three cars, those three drivers know exactly what's at stake now. Looking at Cartier, Legion out in the grass, turns the BMW into a lawnmower, slots back in P5. Hopefully he can hold on to the back of Red Spectre, catch that toe, and pull back up to him. We have a little over 6 minutes left in this one. It's winding down. Rio out front showing the way. Syncor, I don't believe Syncor can pull up on Rio at this stage of the race, but right now, it's that three-car battle looks to have turned into a bit of a two-car battle at this stage.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to go to a quick short break with the last 5 minutes of this race. Please don't go away as we get to the end of the Equity Prime Mortgage Alpha Cup 2 final. Welcome back, everybody. Dramatic news. As you can see, look at Cartier, takes third position, but has to take a fuel stop at the end of this race. This is absolutely shocking news. We lost Polar. He is now disconnected, which is a real shame. ECU problem for that car. Cartier is in the pits. Red Spectre is in. Also, Legion's jumped in as well. Now that is incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Not sure why Legion would follow him in there. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, although Legion's tires are really, really hurt, but that is not really going to help him. I don't know why Legion jumped in. Cartier West going to come back out in P7-ish? Nope. Cartier's going to come back out in P4. I thought he was going to get caught by someone, but he did not. Cartier back out in P4.
He's got a penalty.
Also, Cartier's showing a 1.8 second penalty for cutting over on that green. He's been cutting that close for multiple laps. He's been putting the left side tires on that white line on the right side of that corner. That one, evidently, he crossed over, and he's paying the price for it. Meanwhile, P3, solidly occupied by Red Spectre, who literally only has to just drive this thing home. The first three cars separated by many more seconds than we'd like to see at the closing stages of this event. We really wanted to see a three-car shootout for the win, knowing how quick all of these drivers were. But Ace Rio, if you are appreciative of race strategy, if you really appreciate mechanical sympathy and the ability to extract incredible performance out of a car while not hurting the tires and sipping on fuel, Ace Rio is an absolute master, and he is putting on a clinic here for us again today. Amazing run.
Amazing indeed. It's just a shame we lost Wassim, we lost Iqbal. Could it have changed? Could this have been a different race? We just will never know. Polar has lost out. I can't believe it. I am so gutted. Is he on the chat? It'd be incredible to know if he's actually on the chat. But Ace Ryu at the moment, 12 seconds in front. Sinkor looks like he's happy with taking second at this moment in time. He's got a massive gap of 28 seconds off Red Spectre. Now, this is going to be interesting. 2 minutes to go. He's still got another lap in him because obviously he's going to cross this line now. Now, is he going to slow down just to... I don't think he is. I think he's going to cross the line. So he knows now he's going to have 2 laps to go. The guys behind have only got 1 lap if they cross the line. So this is going to be interesting. Has he got enough fuel for the end of the race now? Or is he just going to turn it down a notch because they're now starting to close up? These guys behind have got a bit more fuel to open up the taps to close up on Red Spectre. Is 13 seconds enough, do you think, Sean?
Yeah, I believe it is. I don't think Red's going to have any problem bringing that home from there. I've been watching fuel consumption. He's got over 1/8 of a tank. I think that's plenty to get 2 laps done. If anyone in the chat wants to tell me that I'm insane, please tell me that I'm insane. I know that I'm insane, but about this particular subject, if anyone wants to correct me, please do. But I think Red's going to be able to bring it home with no problem.
Yeah, definitely. There goes Supermex. So this will be the last lap for these guys. What a sensational drive from everybody out on track. It has been an absolute pleasure. It's just a shame we lost Wassim at the start. Could have carried on, jump in the pits, get the damage done, get back out on track. You were fast enough, my friend. But decided to bail out. We had Iqbal, had the glitch, had to come off track, was causing a few issues in the first few minutes of the race, which is a real shame because he was doing so well. And then we had Polar disconnect, which is a real shame. Unbelievable stuff here in the final of the Equity Prime Mortgage Alpha Cup 2. And Ace Ryu, again, just showing his authority out there. 14 seconds down the road. This is going to be a lap of honour for him.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a commanding performance by Ace at the front of this. I'm actually, let's see here. Ryan McVeigh gutted for bipolar, as are we all. Red needs to save fuel. Going to be tight, according to Mario.
He's in trouble. He's in trouble.
Advisor.
He's in trouble. Red
Red's...
Spectre's in trouble. He's in red. He's got 20 seconds. He might cross the line just in time, but I don't know. He might have to pit. 8 seconds is now the deficit. Now, 10 seconds. Is he gonna slow down at the end of the lap because he knows he has to cross the line?
I would park
5, 4. He's slowing down. He knew straight away that he wasn't going to make it. And Legion is there coming around the corner. He's running out of the time, which is actually very, very clever. And he crosses the line in 3rd. Now, wow, that's interesting. Over the line he goes. Legion takes 4th. Cardiowez is going to take... Oh, Cardiowez has run out of fuel. And Taylor takes 5th. And he's going to lose 6th as well to King Kian. And he might lose 7th. No, Cardiowez takes 7th boosted, takes 8th. There is King. There is 8th for boosted. So Cardiowez ran out of fuel in the last lap. There is Roses. Vinny is going to be coming over the line very shortly as well. There he comes, sweeping round. Sinkor still on the lap. Red Spectre, there he goes, Vinny. He crosses the line. Well done, sir. Taking a top 10 finish. You absolute beauty. Well done to you, sir, in the Alfa Romeo. Supermex will take 11th. Congratulations to Supermex. What a great drive. And I've got to say, that is one beautiful livery, sir. Take a bow. So there it is. Red Spectre is taking 3rd. He will take some cash money home. Congratulations to you, Red Spectre. Now let's have a look at our leader. He is coming around these sweeping S's. He's been absolutely sensational today. Absolutely sensational is the word for this man. Ace Ryu flashing his lights. He's over the moon. He can't believe it. Again, he is an Alpha Cup winner. He's done the second one. Is he going to go to the next one and make it the hat-trick? Ace Ryu comes over the line and he wins the EPM Alpha Cup 2 final. Incredible stuff. Congratulations to Ace Ryu. And here comes Sinkor on the final corner. Comes round the right-hander. What a sensational drive from him on the softs the whole way through the race, Sean. What a drive from Sinkor. Congratulations to our top 3. Ace Ryu, Sinkor crosses the line, and Red Spectre in 3rd.
Yeah, Sinkor with a really, really interesting strategy that catapulted him up into the top 3 early in the race, where he was only fueling 3/4 of a tank, that actually did gain him several track positions and put him in contention, and he kept it there to the end. More power to him. Awesome seeing just a little bit different thinking on the strategy pay off in that way. Not enough to run down Ace, though. Rio just, I have no words to describe how unbelievably proficient he is behind the wheel. Incredibly sympathetic to what's going on with the car underneath him, but also able to maintain monstrous pace while doing it. Just, that's the combo you want. If you're looking for a driver, that's the combo you want in that driver, and Ace has got it in spades, man. It's just amazing.
Yeah, congratulations to Ace Ryu. He is the champion of Alpha Cup 2. Ace Ryu takes the win. Syncor in second, Red Spectre third, Legion in fourth, Taylor in fifth, Kinkeon in sixth, Cardi Wes in seventh, Boosted Alpha in eighth, Rose is ninth, Vinny in 10th. I am Supermex in 11th, and you can see Wasim at the bottom there, who disconnected very early on in the race. But the fastest lap was a 2:06.925 on lap 23 by Ace Ryu. We're just going to go to a short break with our absolute legends here at Equity Prime Mortgages, and then we will go and have a chat with our drivers.
The EPM mission reads that we are a resource and voice for financial empowerment. The EPM vision, which is connected to the EPM way, is to continue to offer financial service, communication, and assistance to the communities we serve.
What makes us different is our loan officers. They care about the people. Our number one message in this company is the customer. Always do everything you can for that customer.
We as a staff work together as a team, and we also on one page, one goal, to know that the end goal is the other person, which is the home buyer.
The big thing that we want to do is provide financial empowerment to our consumers. The ramifications of not owning versus owning is very vast. So it's really about maximizing your earning potential to build wealth.
Our diversity, it's a large part of what sets us apart. And the way we look at business with an empathic approach, we do care.
I have grown up here. I've pretty much done almost every position here and have just grown and learned throughout the 10 years and been given tons of opportunity to advance. I can't tell you how much this place means to me.
My favorite part of EPM is the relationships that we build. I mean, I see my coworkers more than I even see my family throughout the week. So it's important that we have that relationship with each other. I know that I'm going to work hard with my coworkers, but I also know that I'm going to be able to have a fun time with them.
When you join EPM, it's like you're gaining a huge, giant family. The people here are just funny and amazing.
The 23 Fundamentals, or the EPM way, is our new culture plan. They are led by great communication, ethics, morals. All in all, they make us better. They make us EPM. The idea of work and home is truly been blurred. So when our culture plan was created, we wanted to transcend just being in the office.
It's really about being a brotherhood, a sisterhood, but it's still all about one mission and one objective, is to make sure that we're not only leading to financial empowerment, but we're growing our communities, we're serving our communities, we're growing our individuals.
Most of the loans we're doing are for families. It's the biggest investment in their lives.
For me to know that every little part that goes into the end goal of home ownership makes a difference, and we're playing a big part of that for that prospective home buyer to have their future home.
There's certain programs that not every lender offers, and we try to offer as many of those programs as possible so anybody could kind of fit the mold with a program that we have and offer that to them so then they could get that purchase done and own a home.
You know, the gold standard is treat somebody how you would want to be treated. I think that's the way people would want to be treated best. They want to make sure that somebody's looking out for their best interest, not yours, not the company, not the industry. So you definitely got to put yourself in their shoes and empathize and make sure you're looking and more importantly, listening very, very generously to what they're saying and what they're trying to accomplish.
It feels amazing to know that my team and I were able to contribute to a prospective buyer having their home. And for that home buyer to finally walk into the doors and have their home is just amazing, and we contributed to that.
It gives you a sense of pride in what we're doing here and gratitude to be able to help out those people get things and achieve their goals as well.
A lot of people talk about care, and the only way to truly care is through showing action and showing what you're doing for them in that moment.
We're able to help people to achieve the American dream, which is home ownership. But it's not just home ownership. That's your home. That's your family. So generations can be there just by one impactful movement that we do.
Welcome back, everybody. There he is. There is your champion on screen. The Corvette of Ace Ryu has done it again. Before we speak to him, we will have a quick chat with our guy who finished in third place. That will be Red Spectre. Red Spectre, congratulations. Great to see you on track. No disconnect. At the start, you had a reset. Very, very lucky to get that third place. Cartier with no fuel at the end there. And Legion really giving you a bit of a run for your money, but third place, bit of cash, must be happy.
Yeah, I mean, it's much better than I expected. I was just skeptical on the car selection. I drove the M6 yesterday and I made it through, and then I was like, okay, just focus into the main race. But coming into this race, I really was just struggling all the way. At one point I thought I was quick, but then I think everyone else just pulled up another gear and I couldn't find time on that car, so I was just really struggling. So had a reasonable start, lost a few positions, and then from there on I just knew it was just all about fuel saving and just trying to manage till the end. After the Corvettes were gone, because I think everyone who chose a different car to the Corvette chose the wrong car, but they just were on a different world, to be honest. So it was just the Corvette against the rest of the world, and I was in that group. So in the end, it was just managing the fuel and see if we could get to the end. But I'm really happy that I managed to finish third. I'm really ashamed for Paula because I think it was a very secured podium for him, but it happens. That happened to me before, so
it did.
It happens.
It does happen, and if you want to take a little bit of those winnings and send a little bit to Polar's internet service provider, I'm sure they would appreciate it as the present for turning that off. No, it's an amazing run, Red, and coming to the checkered flag. Craig was like, "Does he see it? Does he see it?" And I was like, "If I was Red Spectre, I would park the car right now." And then coming off the final corner, we saw you slowing down. So congratulations on having the spatial awareness to know that if you crossed that line, you were not going to finish third. You were running out of fuel. So congrats on having the presence of mind to know that was happening.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, well done, Red Spectre. Congratulations, sir. We have got Sincor in the room. I don't know if he can speak to us. He did have a problem with Discord. Hopefully he's okay. Can you hear us, LD? Hey, there he is. Mate, wow. Hey. Wow. What a race. It was an incredible strategy. Now, I'm just interested to ask you now, the soft tyre. Did you feel more comfortable on the soft than the super soft? Because it was very, very interesting also with the fuel strategy of 75%. It really put you back in the game. But again, unbelievable. I just want you to give me a bit of an insight on the strategy. Very, very clever.
Yes, I saw on the training. The softs are more. For me, softs was faster than super softs. Yes, it's something strange, but for me, soft was better, and I decided to take a soft for a race. Porsche have a very good tire management. This helped me lots of in this race, and I still can't believe it. It's a fantastic feeling. I can win money and be on podium here.
Amazing run, amazing run, amazing strategy, incredible drive all the way around. Seeing you short fuel the car at the beginning of the race. Both Craig and myself, both of us were like, "What's he doing? This doesn't make sense. Let's see if it pays off." And obviously, paid off huge, putting what many would say, and Red Spectre actually just saying it, the Corvettes, with all the domination they had, we only see one Corvette on the podium. Putting the Porsche in P2, not expected at all, man. So congratulations, massive kudos from literally Craig and I, but also everyone you raced against and everyone watching the events. Everybody incredibly impressed with your performance today, Sincor. Awesome job.
Yeah, thanks. Definitely. I just want to get in Iglasti there, because that was Sincor's, I think I'd say like team manager or something. But Iglasti, you're there, buddy. Obviously, you were with Sincor the whole way. How did you think he done today?
I think he's unmuting his mic. We might get him in just a sec. There he is.
Ooh.
Nope, he's cutting out a little bit on us.
Yeah, oh, that's a shame. But LDS. Oh yes, we can hear you now, buddy. Yeah, there you go. Go for it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm very proud of his result. Shame he couldn't catch Rio, but yeah, today he was too fast. Simply, he and his Corvette. Yeah, and we are happy with the P2 result. Also shame that Polar was disconnected, because gap between him and Sincor at the end was very little. So if no disconnect, we might have seen some fight for P2. But yeah.
Definitely. Well done, mate. Great to see you supporting your buddy there, Sincor. You've done an absolutely sterling job. And Sincor, first race at the eRacing Association in the Alpha Cup. Back again for the third one. Can it be a win, do you reckon? No, he's not speaking to me either. It's okay. It's the nerves. It's nerves. It's fine. There you go, LD.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, we're just saying, obviously that was your first race at the eRacing Association Alpha Cup 2 with Equity Prime Mortgages. Obviously coming back for number 3 for a win, do we guess?
No, race is... organization is something amazing. This live, this commentators, very good job, guys. It's really amazing, and I want to stay here for a long time.
Awesome. Fantastic. That's exactly
we love
what
to hear
here,
it.
Sean.
Love to hear it.
Yeah.
Welcome home, sir. Welcome home.
Yeah, congratulations. You have some lovely cash money of $300. So congratulations, LDS Sincor. Brilliant driving the Porsche. We're going to go over to the man again, 2-time champion of the Alpha Cup now, Ace Ryu. Is anyone out there going to beat you, mate? That's absolutely incredible. Great car choice. Was not expecting that, I must admit. Was not expecting that from the Corvette today. Very good choice for first race. Wasn't so sure of the second race. But my God, man. Tell us the secret. What is your secret?
what is the secret? There's actually no secret. To be honest, I still cannot believe that I did it again, that I got the podium. Because yeah, at the beginning of the season, when I saw the name list in the sheet, I recognized a few familiar names that I raced before, and I knew that those guys were faster than me. So yeah, basically, before the race, I didn't put much hope. I didn't really believe I can do it like in the first season. But yeah, I just did what I did in my practice session. And luckily, again, very lucky. Nothing bad happened. No accident, and yeah, everything went according to plan. On the first stint, I got a very good draft from Polar, and it was so unfortunate he disconnected from the race, mid race. Yeah, and I was like, oh my god, seriously? I was yelling when he was disconnected. And yeah, after the slipstream, I managed to save quite a good amount of fuel. And from there, yeah, I just kept the extra amount of fuel for just in case I have to. And yeah, just kept my head down.
Brilliant,
and
mate.
Everything according to plan. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant drive. Just you're a master of strategy, obviously, and really sympathetic to what the car's doing underneath you. The way that you can extract lap time and not hurt the tires and just sip on the fuel. You saved fuel better than anyone on track today, and you were better on tires than anyone on track today. And that is literally, that's what represents that 16.653 second gap between you and Syncor and P2 there. Just really a pleasure to see you running as well as you do. A pleasure to have you on track with us here at the eRacing Association, and nothing but massive congratulations from myself, and I'm sure Jesse, Matt, and Tim, who are watching, and some of the other founders of the eRacing Association. We're just really happy to have you on board with us, and hopefully you'll come back and try to do it again for round 3.
Definitely, I will come back, and hopefully the Goddess of Fortune is still on my side on that time.
I'm just amazed he actually just said though, Sean, that there was guys faster than him. I can't believe that. We would like to see that in Alpha Cup 3. So if anyone out there is listening and you think you have got what it takes to take out Ace Ryu, I don't mean take him out, but if anyone thinks that they can beat Ace Ryu in a race in endurance, please come again at the eRacing Association's Alpha Cup number 3 with Equity Prime Mortgages, Redlist and Gapham. We really want you to be part of this. It's been an absolute pleasure, hasn't it, Sean? Ryu, take an absolute huge bow. Again, another $600 going your way. Congratulations, sir. Absolutely incredible. Well done.
Before we wrap this one up, Craig, I'm going to remind everyone of the events that we have coming up here at the eRacing Association. Sure. December 13th and 15th, we have our next round. Our Omega Cup Winter Bowl is coming up. The new NASCAR Gen 7 cars. We are running at Auto Club Speedway on December 13th and 15th. If you have iRacing and you want to jump in with us on the Omega Cup, you absolutely can. The Omega Cup is our series where you have to be an actual paying member of the eRacing Association to join those events. And the reasons for that are many. One of them is first place in our Omega Cup events takes home $4,000. So the prize pool jumps up quite a bit. Yeah, I know, it chokes you up a little bit, doesn't it? Yeah. And then in January, on January 29th, if you, your kids, or you are a kid at heart, or your grandparents, or your friends, or whoever else that you know, either plays Mario Kart now or wants to get back into Mario Kart, because quite honestly, pretty much most of us got our start with this in Mario Kart. A lot of us did anyway. I'm older than that. I go way back. I won't mention the Atari 2600 here. But if you love Mario Kart, jump in with us on January 29th for our next Mario Kart event, our Fiesta Cup. First place $150, second place $100, third place $50, and we have an adult race with a $300 prize pool, and the kids prize pool is a Mario Kart Live home circuit, a Hot Wheels Mario Kart circuit light track set, and for third place a Super Mario hat for the kids. Jump in with us on January 29th and run some Mario Kart with us. Have some fun. We love bringing these events to you guys and gals. Thank you so much to everyone who tuned in and watched. You make this something that we want to continue to grow, and that is exactly what we're going to do. I'm basically going to sign off. Thank you for the privilege of being in the booth. Ace, congratulations again. Syncor, incredible job. Red Spectre, way to be there and take advantage of things that happen. It happens in real life. It happens in the sim. People drop out unexpectedly. You were there to take advantage of it. Nicely done. Congrats to our podium. You can wrap it up from here, Craig.
Yeah, thanks very much. Sorry, I just see a message come up on the screen saying, when's qualifying start? You're a day late, but never mind. Congratulations. Thanks for joining us. But if you want to be part of this incredible event, please join us for Alpha Cup 3. It's not far away. So massive thank you to all the drivers. We have Red Spectre, Supermex, Cardio Wears, Wasim, Syncor, Boosted, Taylor, Legion, Roses, Iqbal, Ryu, Bipolar, King and Vinny. Absolutely incredible. Made the heat sensational, made the final even better. Absolutely brilliant. Congratulations to Ryu taking the win. Second place Syncor and Red Spectre in third. This is eRacing Association. You want to be part of this? Come and join us. It's absolutely incredible. We can't wait to have you back. Be very looking around at the eRacing Association. Be very aware that the Alpha Cup 3 will be coming very soon. If you want to be part of it, please go and check us out. It is becoming very fast indeed. Thank you very much to everyone joining us. Sean, it's been an absolute pleasure as usual. We're going to wrap it up with the Alpha Cup event advert. It's been brilliant. Thank you very much, everyone. It's been a pleasure to do comms tonight with Sean, and amazing. Ace Ryu, you've done it again.
One last thing.
Yes.
One last thing. If you need a mortgage, don't forget to check out Equity Prime Mortgage. We cannot put these events on without our sponsors. Equity Prime Mortgage, thank you so much for everything you do for the mortgage industry, but also for esports. You cannot believe how deep Equity Prime Mortgage is in esports. That's why they're involved with us here at the eRacing Association. We thank them so much for being a part of this. If you love amazing drag racing, don't forget to go check out the Red List Group and GAPM. Both incredible organizations. They do awesome things with racing in the real world. They're jumping over here with us in esports as well. eMotorsports is doing nothing but blowing up. Thank y'all for tuning in. I think that's about all we need to say for this one. On to the next one. A Mega Cup just around the corner. Don't forget to tune in.
Yeah, thanks, mate. There we go. Thank you very much, everybody. This is ERA. That was Sean. This is Craig. That was the Alpha Cup 2. Join us for Alpha Cup 3. Ace Ryu, winner tonight.
finding someone to race with, someone to compete with, or flat out, someone just to give the Gap sauce? Well, you should check out the Gap'em app.
Gap'em is the only app that will allow you to race people locally, share videos, and attend events.
And after you race, you can actually take your racing video and post it in the Gap'em Postum section so the whole world can see. And even if you're not a racer, you can always head to our Gap'em app crew mode section where you and some friends can continue to meet up, go to car meets, go to car events, car shows, anything that has nothing to do with going to the racetrack.
Gap'em is a one-stop shop for the car world.
Looks like I just got a match on the Gap'em app. Time to serve someone some Gapplebees.
Ready, set, Gap'em.
The EPM mission reads that we are a resource and voice for financial empowerment. The EPM vision, which is connected to the EPM way, is to continue to offer financial service, communication, and assistance to the communities we serve.
What makes us different is our loan officers. They care about the people. Our number one message in this company is the customer. Always do everything you can for that customer.
We as a staff work together as a team, and we also on one page, one goal, to know that the end goal is the other person, which is the home buyer.
The big thing that we want to do is provide financial empowerment to our consumers. The ramifications of not owning versus owning is very vast. So it's really about maximizing your earning potential to build wealth.
Our diversity, it's a large part of what sets us apart. And the way we look at business with an empathic approach, we do care.
I have grown up here. I've pretty much done almost every position here and have just grown and learned throughout the 10 years and been given tons of opportunity to advance. I can't tell you how much this place means to me.
My favorite part of EPM is the relationships that we build. I mean, I see my coworkers more than I even see my family throughout the week. So it's important that we have that relationship with each other. I know that I'm going to work hard with my coworkers, but I also know that I'm going to be able to have a fun time with them.
When you join EPM, it's like you're gaining a huge, giant family. The people here are just funny and amazing.
The 23 fundamentals, or the EPM way, is our new culture plan. They are led by great communication, ethics, morals. All in all, they make us better. They make us EPM. The idea of work and home is truly been blurred. So when our culture plan was created, we wanted to transcend just being in the office.
It's really about being a brotherhood, a sisterhood, but it's still all about one mission and one objective, is to make sure that we're not only leading to financial empowerment, but we're growing our communities, we're serving our communities, we're growing our individuals.
Most of the loans we're doing are for families. It's the biggest investment in their lives.
For me to know that every little part that goes into the end goal of home ownership makes a difference, and we're playing a big part of that for that prospective home buyer to have their future home.
There's certain programs that not every lender offers, and we try to offer as many of those programs as possible so anybody could kind of fit the mold with a program that we have and offer that to them so then they could get that purchase done and own a home.
You know, the gold standard is treat somebody how you would want to be treated. I think that's the way people would want to be treated best. They want to make sure that somebody's looking out for their best interest, not yours, not the company, not the industry. So you definitely got to put yourself in their shoes and empathize and make sure you're looking and more importantly, listening very, very generously to what they're saying and what they're trying to accomplish.
It feels amazing to know that my team and I were able to contribute to a prospective buyer having their home. And for that home buyer to finally walk into the doors and have their home is just amazing, and we contributed to that.
It gives you a sense of pride in what we're doing here and gratitude to be able to help out those people get things and achieve their goals as well.
A lot of people talk about care, and the only way to truly care is through showing action and showing what you're doing for them in that moment.
We're able to help people to achieve the American dream, which is home ownership. But it's not just home ownership. That's your home. That's your family. So generations can be there just by one impactful movement that we do.